girl.
Well, hey, girl. Oh my goodness, does that sound good on a Friday?
When it's been such a productive and busy and amazing week.
Oh,
Yes,
yes, it does
absolutely.
feel good. So, welcome Friday, welcome weekend, welcome first day of spring.
Yes. Oh my
It's
gosh.
here.
Can you believe it's already the first day of
I love
spring?
it. Love it. Brings so much more. Boy, have we got things to talk about. So, welcome everybody. Do say hi as you're joining us, and be sure to tag a bestie, tag a friend, and share this out because great things are happening, Heather, huh?
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, every day I feel like we're getting wins, little wins,
Yeah,
big wins, wins of all shapes and sizes coming
yeah.
in over here on the Porchlight side of things.
It's good. So Friday is our weekend review, obviously. So hopefully that you see that and that you are coming along on the journey with us to understand what Heather and I are doing behind the scenes, on the scenes, up close and personal with you, and then with our clients, and then with each other as we're building out this incredible membership
Yeah.
Porchlight, and of course, shouting you all out here in the academy. I mean, Heather, we're growing leaps and
Oh
bounds.
my gosh, you guys, thank you so much for all your invitations out to your friends. Thanks for tagging your friends in lives and videos. This is how it's done, you guys. You grow, we grow. We grow together, bringing our friends and our communities together in one space and one place. We grow and rise together. So thank you so much for all that love and all those shout outs. We appreciate you.
Been amazing to watch, and we're having so much more engagement and interaction. And I really find, Heather, that we're delivering so much value. Like, I don't know where so much value is given and
Yeah.
time, commitment, that we're getting so much engagement on what we're sharing.
Right. And I think it's because a lot of people really crave that level of value and they're looking for that when they go
Yeah.
into like a Facebook group or community,
Mm.
but it's just not hitting the mark for them. And there's something different coming on over here in the academy with our space and what we're doing because we know that too. We know what
Yeah.
people are truly craving because we know our clients, which is actually what we talked about all this week was our client transformation and where we're leading people to in that journey, the where of
Mhm.
your journey this week is what we really have been driving home in this 5 W's of brand magnetism.
Mhm.
It's
So
just been
yes,
a
all of that.
beautiful thing. It's so important, you guys. Clarity in your transformation, clarity in the journey. Clarity is such a huge word and encompasses so much of your brand, but the crucial nature of having your clarity is it is that it's crucial, it's critical. If you don't have clarity and you're kind of stumbling around in the darkness, you're feeling that lost with no direction
Mm.
feeling
Yeah.
that is a problem because it demagnetizes your audience. It prevents you from reaching to that perfect soul aligned client, heart centered client that you're trying to reach out to and attract to your tribe, to your offer, to your service. Um, Clarity is such a big, big, big monster in this journey, and we have been tackling that.
Mhm.
Think pretty well all week,
Pretty
right?
well. My gosh, I'm gonna add on to that. Absolutely. Because that attraction factor, right? So when you're clear with your messaging and the who that Heather and I've been doing. So we're doing this 4 day, well, 4 week magnetization of the 5 W's. So we're going into week 4, and then we have another week. So be ready. So this week was about the what, the solution. What do you have to offer? What is the transformation? And what is your solution so that you sit with clarity, like Heather said, so that it
Yeah.
goes to who, so it goes to your who, your person, your tribe, right? And so we want to bring that twofold, and we gotta shout so many people out, like, come
Oh
on.
my gosh. I mean, our the women that have joined the Porchlight, you guys,
Yeah.
like, wow, number one, they're sharing those wins. So if you guys are having wins here in the academy, we want to know about them so we can shout you out and get excited for you too. So if you've had a win, I want you to drop it in the comments today and tell us all about how working in the academy has brought wins to you. For our girls that are up there in the Porchlight table, just really doing the work, getting into the nitty-gritty of things.
Yeah.
Those that are really getting it and dialing it in and getting that clarity and direction they needed, they're taking that clarity and man, they're running with it. They're having conversation upon conversation. And because they're clear, they're confident. Because they're confident, they're magnetizing. And because they're magnetizing, they're selling, you guys.
Cha-ching to the cash register and let it sing. I always
All
like
day
it, Heather. I
long.
like the sounds of that. The ATM, let it ring, right? Um,
Yes, let it ring.
right. So that's really important. So, whoops, sorry about every, okay, I just got. So that's really a vital part of this. So
Yeah.
we're just celebrating. And Heather and I are about, the small wins, the big wins, whatever you have been able to accomplish in a short time and a long time.
Yeah.
So many women, Heather, I feel are sitting with fears and doubts and hesitations. And
Yeah.
then the smallest little win, they have the smile on their face and they come back and they share with us. And that's the celebration that we are looking for. It's not the
Absolutely.
big, the big $1,000 or the 3,000 or all of that.
Right.
It's the small micro moments, Heather, that
Little tiny moments of understanding and
yeah,
knowledge that bring
yeah,
you to a win lead to those bigger wins, right?
yeah,
And when you have those little wins, it keeps you motivated, it keeps you energized, it keeps you
right.
pumped up, and it keeps you coming and being assured in yourself that you are capable because that win says, I won and I'm capable, I can do it. Okay, what can I do next? And the momentum just builds and builds and builds and builds. And so you come with this massive momentum, and we get to come be over here being like, celebrate good times. Come on,
And
right?
on
Like
Friday,
that's
it's
how
just
we
so cute.
celebrate over here. We have a lot of fun. This is a fun culture, and we should have fun with what we're passionate
Yeah,
about, you guys. We
yeah,
should have
and we
fun and
do.
celebrate it.
We do, don't we? We have a great time.
Heck yeah.
I mean, there's no hesitation or reservation there. It's just like, boom, we got this. So again, we want to celebrate you no matter where you are in your journey
Yeah.
at the beginning, in the messy middle, or if you've been a lifey for a while, we celebrate you because we're here with you. So be sure, like Heather said, make sure that you're putting your questions in and you're celebrating with us on the
Yeah.
wins. So the second topic we want to talk to you about today is, Heather, we were talking about how important your story is. Let's dive into that a little bit.
Oh, you guys, your story is your greatest brand asset. Okay. It is your greatest, most magnetizing piece of content you can put out there into the world.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I put a little training video inside of Academy with a little bit of a challenge and inside of Porchlight. So we challenge you to take the 5 W's, the who, the what, the when, the where, the why, tie it back to a story through your journey and then bring it to your offer and your service. And then tag Heather and I in that post. We want
Yes.
to celebrate you and support
Yes.
you in sharing that story. And we want to learn your story. What a cool way to put out your story to the world than in little parts and pieces, right? And that gives you 5 different pieces of content to put out there to share your
Ah,
story in 5 different ways, right? So I want to be seeing my notifications blow up with tags in this next week, okay? Because I want to come back next week and be shouting all y'all out
okay.
and celebrating you guys for posting these 5 posts because those stories, you guys, number one, that creates that connection of seen, heard, felt, and found
Yes.
and builds instant know, like, and trust. Stories sell, right, Heather? This is
Story sell,
you're the
story
master.
sell. The stories sell and facts tell, and it's exactly what Heather said. So feel, you want to be seen, felt, and heard, and understood, all of these things, and found, so that when you are sharing your story, if your story is landing with her, with him, with them, with that family, that you have an opportunity for a solution to transformation. So your story should never hide in darkness. Your story should come alive with that fire that you have. You had a why when you started, and they're looking for their why. And so Heather and I are going to be diving into, because there's so many components about brand story and the formula to sharing a story. We're going to be diving into that here in the Academy. And if you choose to come with us in the Porchlight, whenever that is, that's for you to decide. But your story is really relevant because it has that emotional pull in it.
Yeah.
It has that emotional trigger on the heart. And when your prospect can see themselves in your story, boom, shakalaka. I mean, good things just happen.
Yes, as Heather said, boom shakalaka, because it leads to that connection. That leads
Yes.
to that conversion, you guys. We just want to lead them from the story to the connection, to the conversion, to the cha-ching,
To the,
right? Like that's where it is. That's where the magic lies, is when we get them behind the screen, we share
yeah,
on the screen, get them behind the screen. talk to them, listen to where their issues and problems and struggles and stuckness is, and then say, I've got an answer for that. I've got a solution for that. Let me tell you what that looks like. And let me invite you into that solution, right? Never forcing, always inviting. We never pressure. We always invite and set the table. And if they're not ready, they're not ready. And we just wait. We wait our turn and we wait for them to get hungry enough to come to the table and
Love
eat.
that. Love that. We wait our turn. So is it your turn? I mean, is it really your turn? So Heather and I want to, so stories is really important. And so is it your turn or do you need more help to relay your story in a better way, in a more simplistic way that is non-binary, that is non-salesy, tacky, icky, gooey?
Yeah.
So that it, right, Heather, so that their story lands with their prospect, calls them in, and then they can jump off and have that coffee chat with them and then build up more of that rapport because that's not happening on social media. That
No,
should be taken off and having a beautiful conversation.
absolutely. Let's debunk this
Yeah,
real fast, real quick.
thank
You're
you.
not selling in your social
No,
post,
no.
okay? Your social post is information that leads to connection, that leads to conversation. It is
Yes,
not going to sell for you. It is not going to create the sale. It may on occasion have an opportunity to create the sale, but that's on an occasion. This is
yeah,
a journey, and you
yeah,
have to take them from that hello to that connection, to that conversation, to that solution, to hear the cha-ching. Okay. Just
right.
like Heather and I are walking you through our pillars: build, engage, sell, create, right? You're building your foundations to engage with your audience intentionally, to sell with integrity, to create the dreams of your life with passion and purpose, right? We will live and die on these pillars
Yeah,
for you
yeah,
because we believe in them so deeply and we believe them to be so absolutely crucial for the development and build of your brand and your brand presence online and your success, you guys.
yeah,
These are foundational.
yeah.
These are real. These are not built out of gimmicks. These are not built out of manipulation. These are not built out of numbers. These are built off of facts and principles that are proven methodology, proven results, proven structure, and years of experience in the industry, years of hearing the wrong way of doing things and wanting to have someone leading us to the right way. We're doing for you what we wish we would have had when we were sitting in your seat.
Yeah, yeah. That's it's been a journey for us for sure. And
Oh my
so
God.
that's why this is our love language. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. Build, engage, sell,
Every
create.
day.
It's what we eat at our table, drink at our table, and sip in our coffee every single day. And we're just so fortunate to have so many incredible women. Everybody here is an incredible gift and a story
Yeah.
within themselves here in the Academy. And those of you who are already come in the Porchlight, thank you so much. And wow, I mean, there's three letters, WOW. Like, I don't know, like seriously, for a Friday,
The
I'm just,
transformation is just
yeah.
incredible. You
And
guys are fierce and on fire. And you guys, if you're in Academy and you haven't connected with Heather or I, or you've connected with Heather, but you haven't had a chance to connect with me, please, my friend list is open. My DMs are open. I would love to connect with you as much as Heather gets to connect with you and get to know you and know your story as well. It is just as important to me to be connected to you as it is for Heather to be connected to you because Heather and I finish each other's thoughts before we even speak to each other. That's how connected we are, two peas in a pod. It's wild.
what? Really? I mean, I've never experienced that. And
Never. I
that's
mean,
why this
never,
is so.
right?
And you know, I look at the industry, Heather, I look at business partners and I look at collaborations. And you and I have been in many, many
Yeah,
rooms where there is collaboration and sometimes it's just not in harmony. It's just not in sync or it feels
right.
fake and forced. But we are telling you, as Heather and I sit here together in the academy, I mean, we are sound. We are joined at the hip. We are doing
We are,
things
literally.
for you. Yeah, literally.
I'm pretty sure before long, Heather's husband's going to start calling me his second wife because of how much time Heather and I spent together.
There you go. She said it. So it's like, hey, do I get my wife back or no? And I'm like, no, I'm good. But we seriously are building this for you with purpose and passion. And we hope that you are building your business and your brand with passion and purpose. And you're not going to find two industry top leaders of attraction marketing and branding and sales. Let's go there in the industry that that are collaborating and have a pathway, proven pathway that is going to help you get from where you are to where you want to go from the door to the cash register. So we invite you to take a look. Your choice. We have everything open and available for you. There's so many good things. So let's review, Heather, what do we have for our audience right now that we can put on their hands?
Absolutely. We have the Brand Foundation Blueprint. This is
Yeah.
the three-part series we ran in here not too long ago, but Heather and I had to go back and tighten it up for you guys because it's over 6 hours, you guys. Heather and I love to talk. We love to share stories, and our people love to share stories, but we knew you guys were not going to want 6 hours of all of that. So we came back to the table, re-recorded all the goodness, all the juicy tidbits. And if you want the conversational version, just let us know. We still got it.
So much
We'll
fun.
gladly hand it to you. But we have this three-part series. It's write your signal sentence, craft your signature hello, and design your front door. These are the three most crucial pieces to building a foundation of your brand that's solid, that you can build your house of branding on. Okay. And that's what we're in the process of building now. Is we're starting to build the walls. We're starting to build the infrastructure and the framing. And
Yeah.
we're going to continue through this build the rest of the year because we want you to build a solid house of branding. We have the Heather's House of Branding. That is the umbrella of what we're doing here in Academy and the Porchlight. And we're super proud of our house of branding that we are building, which houses Build Your Own Brand, which is Heather's brand, and Saxon Class Creations, which is my brand, and it's coming together under the house of the Heather's House of Branding. Bleh. Get it out there, not enough coffee. But we're really excited for you to build your house of branding, and we want you to do it in a safe place with two industry leaders who care more about your winning and success than truly their own. We really care about you guys. You're not just a number in our room or a cha-ching in our cash register. You're so much more than that. You're our brand babies. We're proud of each of you for the way that you show up day in and day out for you and for your brand. But if you need that extra layer of help and implementation, behind that foundation is going to be the offer of a clarity session for
Right.
$97, where once you get through those three sessions, if you need an extra layer of help, Heather and I will sit with you and help you make sure that those pieces of your brand foundation are connected and correct and you're ready to go out there because that visibility took one of our clients from 0 PV in personal volume and sales to 200 PV personal volume and sales in 5 days. And then she took it from there. And the next five
Oh
days,
my gosh.
next 6 days, she did, another 500 in
Yeah.
PV.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
been crazy, you guys, watching our clients roar and rise and glow. And this framework works. It's going to lead you to your first 1K. That is our promise, that it leads you to your first 1K. And guess what? The framework itself is absolutely free.
You can
The
have it.
other is just support and implementation for you.
That's right. That is a lot. So please take us up on it. It is free. You need this. I gave it out 5 or 6 times this week already, and people are like, wow. And one of the questions I have, and I'm going to answer this right here for everybody here in the Academy, is yes, there is homework attached to it. Yes, there is implementation. So one goes after the other. I was asked that 3 times by 3 people that requested that from me, Heather. So
Yeah.
yes, with every day there is space
Yep.
for you to think, write, do. There's action steps that are right there. So one leads into 2 to 3. So don't watch it backwards. Watch it 1, 2, 3, and you're good to go. Like Heather said, there's some other options there for you if and when you're ready. And of course, thank you for the Academy. And if you're interested to come in and be grandfathered in, I'm saying
Yeah.
that because it's not going to be long that we're going to be singing a different song.
Absolutely.
It's just the way it is. So
We know
we
the
have,
value that's at the table, you
yeah, we
guys.
have the
And
value to take.
and we're at a founders rate right now,
Yeah,
ridiculously low rate for two industry experts.
Yeah.
of $24.99 a month. I'm just going to put it on the table transparently. It's $24.99 a month to invest in you, invest in your brand, invest in your skills, right?
Yeah.
Most coaches ask for up to $20,000 to sit with them for the time that Heather and I are
Yeah.
giving, the effort
Yeah.
and the tables that we're setting for you guys. But we wanted it to be accessible to
Yeah.
you at a
Yeah.
rate that you could afford that
Yeah.
would get you to your next. Just so, take this very seriously because again, it's not staying here very long. Once
No,
this,
and she wants to drive it, and I'm trying to hold things down a little bit. So that's just the nature of the beast.
yes, we are yin and yang. Like there are some moments where Heather's like driving, and then there's moments where this Heather G's driving, Heather F's driving, Heather G's driving, like, but it's yin and yang, and we just have so much drive and passion for what we do. And we're just so glad you're here on this journey with us and on your own journey. And I just can't wait to hear more of your wins, Academy. You guys are quiet right now as far as what your wins are, how you've been doing, what you've been learning.
Yeah.
Please tell us. We want to know. We're dying to open up our bottle of wine and talk about it and celebrate it with you and just pork pop because that is our culture. It's the culture of celebration. It is Friday. Let's celebrate those wins, you guys. Let's go out, put our feet up this weekend, relax. By the way, Heather, what's going on tomorrow?
Okay, yes, good reminder. As we have the academy here, you need to be there at 9 a.m. Pacific, 10 Central, no, 10 Mountain, 11 Central, and 12 Eastern. We are having a networking event, and I have invited a special guest and her partner to come in and do something special for our community. So it's in the events page in the academy. We would love for you to RSVP. There are more people there, Heather, and people are requesting the link. So it's just been what? So come and share. It's a coffee chat with connection. It's a networking event. Come and share and listen and learn from other women in the industry who are doing incredible things, sharing their story. And I have invited a special guest. Are you in for a treat? Heck to the yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
please RSVP so Heather and I can see how many of you are coming in. Come share, come collaborate, come drink some coffee in your PJs, messy tea, and a messy pony. Would love to see you there. Okay? Thanks for the reminder, Heather, and I will be putting that out again in the academy, but thanks for the reminder.
No problem. Well, you guys, thank you so much. As always, our light is on, our table's ready, and we're just waiting for you. So come join us, and we'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon. Bye.